Today we will talk about the frequent question of the HMI product. It is divided into 5 parts: download, communication, software issue, hardware issue, and others. The first part is download problems. There are 3 download methods. You can download by USB cable or Ethernet cable or the USB drive. The first is if you cannot download the project by USB cable, you need to confirm the HMI model, because we have 1000 series, 2000 series, but they are using other software, not Flexem Studio Global. For 3000 and later version hardware, they can be configured in Flexem Studio Global. So you need to check the HMI model firstly. Then check whether the Flexem USB driver is installed on your computer. You can find this driver in Device Manager. Now my computer is connected to HMI hardware, so you can find a Flexem USB here. If there is an exclamation on this driver, you can click on right-click, then update the driver. Browse my computer for drivers. Then choose the installation path. The installation path of this software. Then choose driver file folder. Click OK to download the USB driver. Then next is how to download by Ethernet cable. First one, you cannot get the HMI IP by scanning. You can try to pin the HMI IP to check whether the HMI is connected to PC. If cannot pin, you need to double check the hardware connection or change another Ethernet cable to try again. And second problem is fail to get HMI info. This means that the HMI and PLC are not in same network. So you need to change their IP to be same network segment, like 192.168.1.XX. And third one is it shows no available adapter. In many times you can run the software as administrator to solve this problem, but sometimes you need to restore the WinCap. You can find this in control panel, and there is a WinCap to uninstall. Then find this exe file in the software installation path. Then choose driver, and double click WinCap to install the WinCap again. But sometimes it is called NCAP in your software. Third part is it failed to download by USB drive. You can pack the project as a FPG file, then upload the FPG file to HMI hardware. There are some error code when you upload the FPG file from the USB drive. First one is 138. It shows incorrect file type because you didn't select the FPG file to upload. So you need to, the solution is select FPG file, then upload to the HMI. And next one is 132, incorrect USB drive format. Generally, we recommend to use the USB drive with FAT32 format, and the memory of USB drive should not exceed 32 GB. And the last one is 139 operation failure. This is HMI is out of memory. So we have to clear the occupation of the HMI data, then upload again. When you download the project to the HMI, it will go on a pack process, but sometimes it will show the pack field. The problem may be that the path of project is too long to pack, so it is suggested to save this project to desktop, then download again. Or sometimes the project is named with Hebrew or Korean characters or Japanese characters, so it cannot be packed. So we suggest to name it with English characters. And second part is communication issues. The first one is communication timeout and cannot read any value of the variables. You need to check the software configuration and hardware connection. Sometimes you set the baud rate and data bit or stop bit in the HMI, but they are different with settings in the connected device. So need to check whether the parameters are same. And addresses in HMI should be correspondent with the address in connected device. For example, if there is a component bound to 4x10 address, then this address must be used in connected device as well. Otherwise, it will come an communication timeout. Then the last one is to increase the timeout time in advanced settings. Then here you can see you can click on the communication connection, then click on advanced. Here is the timeout value. You can increase this value to communicate for a successful communication. The next is the communication timeout but can read some value. The first solution is to increase the timeout time in advanced settings and check whether all variables can be read or written, because maybe same as this one, maybe some addresses in the HMI added in the HMI but it is not used in the connected device. So we need to check whether all variables are matched. The third one is communication error. And same problem, we need also to check the address correspondence. And next, last one is how to block communication info, because sometimes maybe you just need for to download the project for testing, and but the communication info pops up all the time. So it is bothering. So we need to block the communication timeout info or communication error info. Here you can set the SRW 486 bit 1, set it to on to block the communication timeout. You can also find it in the, for example, communication. Here is set bit 1 to forbid the communication timeout, set bit 2 to forbid the communication errors. Then is field to connect the server. Maybe sometimes, in project you configured a remote PLC or remote HMI, but there is no hardware connection. It will pop up a field to connect server, or you set the wrong parameters in project. Here you can see. Here we can add a remote HMI. This is a HMI ID we need to connect to, HMI IP. This IP should be seen in the same network as the HMI IP. If they are not in the same network, it will pop up a field to connect to the server. Third, and the last one is the read wrong value. The first is also to check whether the addresses are matched, because maybe you bound this component to the LW to the 4x1, but actually in the device this value is 4x2, so it may be a wrong value. And check whether the data types in HMI and a connected device are same or not. Maybe sometimes you choose the 16-bit unsigned data in the HMI, but in the connected device it may be a float or other data type value. And adjust the low byte and the high byte order in advanced settings. It's same here. Advanced. Here you can change the word and the byte order to display the value correctly. The third one is the software issues. Mostly customer will facing with the software crashes when opening a project. There are one solution for user to solve this problem is to use English characters to name project. But there are many unexpected exceptions when opening a project. If there is an error message, you can save it to text, then send to technical support for troubleshooting. The first part is the hardware issue. Maybe sometimes when you download the project to the HMI, it will show no auth or no user data. Then you can try to clear compilation and then compile all to download. Here, to clear the compilation and compile all. After compile finished, then click on download the project to hardware. But if the problem cannot be restored by the step 1, you can try to connect the HMI by USB cable, then read the HMI info to send to the technical support. I will show you how to read HMI info. You can click on upload. There is a system interface. You can connect the HMI by USB or Ethernet. Then click on Get HMI Info. Then take a screenshot of this HMI information. Then send to the technical support engineer. Then this is the first part of the others problem. RW are written registers, but it cannot be saved after power off. For example, because RW are saved in flash memory, if powered off suddenly, it will lose the data in 1 minute or so. But you can set the SRB17 to on. Then it can save data to flash memory directly. But it is not suggested to use SRB17 very often because it can cause the corruption of flash memory. The third one is historical data and alarm cannot be saved after powering off, because in the project they are set as unsafe. Here, as you can see, for data sampling. Here, the data record is choose unsafe, but you can, if you want to save the historical data, you need to save them to HMI while the power off. And for the alarm, the same. You need to set save to the HMI. Okay, that's all for these frequent questions. If you have any other questions, you can contact the technical support directly.